This week, my struggling young adult asked me for $20 for food, and I said no. Not because I don't care, not because I'm cold, but because I'm learning what self trust and boundaries actually requires. If you've ever wondered whether holding a limit makes you heartless, stay with me. My son hasn't worked in 18 months. We've held a boundary that he cannot vape or use weed if he lives in our home. He's chosen not to comply with that, which means he's chosen not to live at home. 2 weeks ago, we realized he had punched another hole in a door. This isn't new. Over the years, there have been several holes in walls and doors. Historically, his dad fixed them. This time, my husband said no. He set a boundary. You may not return home until you pay a handyman to repair the damage. Not out of anger, not out of rejection, but because love doesn't mean absorbing repeated destruction. That's clarity. 2 days ago, our son texted asking me for $20 for food. I've sent small amounts before, here and there. It felt manageable, but this time something inside me paused. He hasn't worked in 18 months. He is capable of working. He is choosing not to comply with the boundaries that would allow him to live at home. And I realized I cannot continue funding a pattern that isn't moving. So I replied, I am not able to send $20. No explanation, no lecture. The next day, I sent him a list of local food banks. To that information, he responded, You can't even send $15? I haven't replied, and I don't think I will. Before I go further, I need to say this clearly. I care that he eats. I care that he's safe. That hasn't changed. This is not indifference. This is not punishment. This is me separating my compassion from my financial participation. That distinction matters. The boundary looks simple from the outside. Inside, it's not. There's a part of me that worries. What if he gets hungry enough to make a worse choice? What if he steals instead of going to a food bank? What if this pushes him further away? That fear is real, but here's the line I have to hold. I can care deeply about his situation without making it my job to solve. Food banks exist, jobs exist, resources exist. He has access to them. His decision to use them is his. And if I blur that line, I lose myself. In moments like this, I feel two impulses: collapse, send the money, relieve the discomfort, make sure he eats, control, attach conditions, escalate consequences, push harder to force change. But neither collapse nor control builds trust. Collapse reduces tension temporarily. Control tries to drive the result I want. Self-trust does something different. It holds. Sending $20 would bring relief, Relief feels kind. Relief feels immediate. But relief is not the same as responsibility. Self-trust asks, what is mine to carry here? What's mine is the boundary. His employment is not mine to generate. His motivation is not mine to manufacture. His growth is not mine to force. I can guide, I can inform, I can love, but I cannot substitute my effort for his. If you're holding a boundary right now and it feels heavy, that doesn't mean you're wrong. It may mean you're stepping out of an old pattern. I know I am this week. This isn't dramatic. It's not loud. It's uncomfortable consistency. Trusting myself isn't about feeling confident. It's about behaving consistently. It's about saying, I'm not able to send $20 and not defending it, not escalating it, not revisiting it every time discomfort rises, just staying with it. That's not cold, that's clarity. If you're walking this line too, you're not alone. You can love your struggling young adult deeply and still hold a limit. You can feel compassion and still not fund the pattern. You can worry and still choose steadiness. That's self-trust in action, and sometimes it looks like one short sentence and nothing more.